All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm still in the works of getting set up here a little bit. So the first 5 minutes of this stream is going to be a little bad, honestly, because I need to check. Whoop, nope. So we're getting lighting rolling again here. We're kind of getting everything set up the way it needs to be. Let's see. This is cool. Check that out. Hang that on. That's got a notification for my own live stream. Get that turned on. Get those on. I think, all right, we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. So I'm going to apologize to everybody. Monday was a disaster. Absolute disaster. Crashed and burned so hard. It just became it was better that I just like cut it short where it was, come back today, have a good stream with everybody. So thank you for the support there. I know it was definitely not planned. Yeah, it was that was rough. Sorry, where did I say? I'm still in the process of kind of I didn't want to make you guys wait any longer than we had to. I had this plan for 6, then I went to 7:15. I was hopefully going to do like a 2-hour stream, 2-hour stream tonight, just to really say thank you to everybody for your support, everything. So we'll see if we can't like pump out like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours tonight, see how that kind of goes. So bear with me just here for a few minutes. If nothing else, you kind of get the you get to see what goes on kind of behind the background, getting everything set up, and we'll explain more of why everything just crashed and burned. So that's a bad image of me. I apologize, everybody. All right. That looks, we're looking better. Let's check the focus. All right. I think we're good to go. Now, let me get the chat pulled up here on a much better basis that I can actually read it. So hopefully everybody can hear me. Hopefully everybody can see me. All right. Oh, come on. Thanks. That pulled up. We'll get that muted. All right. We are rolling here now. Okie dokie. Okay. Give me some live chat. All right. So Monday was bad. It just I came up to stream. I was getting everything set up, everything kind of going. Started because I use the camera I use to stream is my same camera I use to film everything. So so it's like we stream, I break it all down because I gotta be ready to go film something, come back and set it all up when I need to stream. And I've gotten pretty good on kind of a mental checklist of check, hook up, plug in. Because we power everything with the laptop, run to an external monitor, and then like the laptop is like, the computer. It is a computer. It's the hub of everything. So I start that up, start plugging things in. And because I run it on a stand to an external monitor, I like to run things as wireless as I can. And I still have to run a capture card to get the camera to work. Started plugging everything in, and nothing was reading. Nothing was reading through the laptop. Nothing was coming through. Like USB ports weren't working. My microphone wasn't working. I couldn't get the picture up. I couldn't get the mouse to work. I couldn't get the keyboard to work. I couldn't get the external monitor to work. So I finally was just like, we're done. And then something else came up. So I was really like, we're done. So I apologize for the very late cancellation, but we're back. We're here on a Wednesday night. We're just going to kind of come hang out tonight, kind of catch up with everybody, be back on our regular schedule. Things are working again. I defeated Skynet for the time being. So hello, everybody. Let's do the and I feel bad too because I wasn't able to celebrate with Blake on Monday. We successfully shipped out our second shipment of fish from the waterfront. Mr. Blake Adams there got himself the Shodenai puffer from our shop. Very, very, very happy that fish is doing well for you. And even though he didn't pick it up during the stream, it would have been after the stream. I still would have. It would have been fun to have been there in chat with him, talking about it, hype for it. But that shipment went through, so very happy that came together. Very happy that came together. So let's do some hellos here, then we'll kind of dig into some things. Got some things buzzing around my brain tonight. So Travis is hanging out with us. Hello, Travis Fiskin is about to say good morning, good evening. Madul, thank you so much for being here, moderating for us. Timbo's Tanks, if I'm correct, you are, I know your name, Tim. That's right. So welcome. Thanks for being here. Father Fish. I'm not. Is Father Fish isn't local to me, is he? Because I know he's in the chat here. I'm pretty sure. Justin has kind of put me on the trail of a 500 gallon here in Utah that I need to get in contact still with those owners. I want to go look at it. So Justin's been helping me head up some things there. It sounds like there's actually a potential for, I'm working with Justin on it. And then the waterfront, we're kind of potentially going to be buying out an entire fish room kind of thing, but we want to go look at it in person to make sure, it's what they have is what we can use. And if the big tank, the 500 gallon is something that's even worthwhile. It's in Florida. Florida would be awesome. I'm willing to travel. I'm 100% willing to travel. More like Idaho, Arizona, Colorado, Wyoming. Florida may be a little far though. That'd be definitely that'd be an awesome road trip, but we'll see. But yeah, there actually is a 500 gallon local to me that we want to go check out because I really do want to bring the Mabu puffer home on the next one. But yeah, Cancer Trains here hanging out with us. Let's see here. Lewis himself is hanging out. Hello, Mr. Lewis, my boss, man. Good to see you here. I appreciate it. Let's see here. My wife is here hanging out with us. Guys, you have to talk him into going to get the 500. I for real need a road trip. So yeah, so living well done. That's my wife, my beautiful wife. And trust me, I don't plug her new channel out of obligation. I plug her new channel because she took a risk and she's doing, if you're wondering who maybe filmed the last video, it was me, but she's doing all the editing work. She's putting the time into it. She's bringing up the ideas, taking the challenges of YouTube. So if you haven't already, go subscribe over to Living Well Done. It's a fun channel for her. And if you can't tell, she played off my channel name. So it's kind of co-partner in there, but she's done very well in starting that up. So I'm definitely going to plug that. We'll see what we got there. Buy it for him for Valentine's Day. So yeah, Blake Adams is here hanging out with us. Trevor Grigori is here with us. Hello, Trevor. Rubik's Dude, thank you for being here. We got here Skippity Skeeps hanging out here with us tonight. Welcome. Kira Corridorba, welcome back. I appreciate it. Deborah Lewis, hello from NC. I should know what that is. Hello, Deborah. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Lav is here hanging out with us tonight. Hello, Lav. I appreciate you being here. Justin's hanging out with us tonight as well. So we working with Justin on some things. Hopefully he's going to be our next fish room tour we're going to do. We've been talking with him there. Yeah, and Justin has started the fun one of the hashtag bring home the Mabu. So we're definitely see what we can do there. Definitely see what we can do there. Let's see here. Hope I haven't missed anything. Okay, what was I going to talk about? What we got here? Oscar, hello from Brazil. That's super cool. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And the rest of and everybody where you're tuning in from, I appreciate you being here. If you catch the replay afterwards, thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. Okay, where are we at? Oh yeah, so second shipment was a success. So Trevor got our first shipment, the flower horn. Blake got our second shipment of the Shodanai puffer, and we know there's some, shall we say, I'm going to say misunderstanding. Ignorance, maybe? Ignorance is bliss? I got to be careful how I say this. I know people have a hard time with airport-to-airport shipping because, honestly, I think the number one concern is, one, it's going to be I have to now drive to the airport, right? There has to be some, I don't mean this negatively, some effort put in on the buyer's part to go get their fish. You know, in today's world, especially with things going on and how the world is, we like things shipped to our doorstep. I get that. Been there, right? Like it's really nice when you can open your front door, pick up your fish, take them to your tank, and on your merry way. We recently, one of my subscribers reached out to me, and we started talking some fish options, what they had, what I had. We struck a deal. We decided to make a trade. They shipped their fish out to me. I should be receiving those this weekend. We'll do a full unboxing video. We'll give more information there. I, with Lewis's help, we shipped back some fish to them, and we happened to use, we used USPS on these kind of we have ability through Peter running our fish collective to do USPS labels for fairly good pricing. So we went with USPS, shipped it out there. The issue was, though, is we missed the apartment number on the address, and USPS gave us a heck of a time and is now rerouting said shipment back to us. So we are going to receive fish soup, which I hate. I hate it when that happens. It was very frustrating. And you know what? It's not even frustrating that we are now going to lose the fish we shipped, because I have plenty of them. What really frustrates me, and that's not to say, the life of the fish, but it's what frustrates me is I now have a person, subscriber, a customer, a friend, however you want to categorize it. Somebody is now not receiving what we promised we would do. And that's what's frustrating for me is I let down someone. So now we'll loop back to airport shipping. We have never lost a package or run into issues with airport to airport shipping. And we've been, the waterfront's been receiving in fish weekly, sometimes twice a week, airport to airport basis, for the shop. And we've never run into a problem with it. And now the argument's going to be, you've only done 2 successful shipments. That's correct. But of those 2, both of them landed the same day they were shipped. And the cost of shipping was way less than overnight shipping, say with USPS or UPS kind of a thing. So we are strongly still encouraging people to take advantage of airport to airport shipping. That's what we are going to continue to offer as of right now. We're still only going to offer airport to airport, but it's such a safe way to ship fish, in my opinion, that we hope we can. I know we've had that. We're not going to spend the whole stream on this like we did, was it 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, where yes, there are some variables that will not allow certain individuals to take advantage of airport to airport shipping. We may lose business on that side, and I'm sorry for that, because we want to offer the most high quality fish we can at good prices, but also we want to make customers happy. I've been trying to integrate myself more into the business. So like today I shipped out another dry good package of fish food to Trevor. Trevor reached out to me, told me what he needed. We talked pricing. We got it all figured out. I ran into the shop today, got that taken care of. I helped Lewis talk with Blake, offer options, how we're going to ship this puffer, how we're going to do that. When we did ship the flower horn with Trevor, he was very patient with us, getting all that figured out. But it's nice that I can hopefully help with the shipping side, because it is fun for me to communicate with you guys on what fish you're looking for, set up some shipping dates, because then I feel really part of it, where I'm able to now send out a beautiful flower horn that I was helping take care of at the shop, a beautiful Shodanai puffer I was helping taking care of at the shop. So there's definitely some personal investment on my end to that I want to continue. And I really feel that airport to airport shipping is the safest way we can get you your fish, and then you can have the most enjoyment with your fish. It sucks right now that I have somebody that I let down on that basis. So with all that, with my sob story, we are ready to open up shipping to everyone that would like to partake of it. So I thank you to the members for helping us out there, for letting us kind of use as test guinea pigs, have you say. So our shipping process will definitely get refined the more we do it. Right now, I don't expect we're going to ship a package every week. Hopefully in the next 6 months, we could be where we're dropping off packages 3 times a week, because we're so busy. So, but if you are interested in something, let us know. We'll see if we can track it down for you if you want right now. So we got a new shipment of flower horns in. These ones are beautiful. So head on over to the Waterfront SLC on Instagram. Lewis has already been posting some pictures, and he even put up there too. If you're looking for one, send a DM. Let's get some pricing for you. Let's see what we can work out with you. These flower horns are on fire. They are so good looking. And then we've got some discus in shop. So we're really setting ourselves up where we're ready to start shipping larger fish, and we feel safer on the larger fish using airport to airport. Now, if you're looking for something small, we'll still do our best to get you, good shipping rates, airport to airport. It's like, I know we were talking with somebody that wanted a larger fish and some smaller fish, and we were discussing amongst ourselves, can we package a large fish and then kind of fill the box in with said smaller fish? But our confidence of shipping has started off very well. So we're ready. If you're after something, feel free to, direct message me on Instagram. You can send me an email at weldonaquatics@gmail.com. I will help you as much as I can. You can also message Lewis. Just remember, though, and just understand, Lewis, that guy, his phone, like, I'm pretty sure he has like a fireproof case on his phone. That's how fast and how much he's on there. I've been watching more business-related podcasts and live streams, that kind of a thing. And one of the number one things they keep saying is you can now run a business from your phone. Lewis has very successfully done that. I guarantee you he sends out over 100. Now, this isn't like not including back and forth text with one customer. He's probably talking to 50 to 100 different people a day. That's just text. That does not include the phone calls he takes. That does not include the Facebook messages he takes. And that does not include the Instagram messages he takes. He is on fire talking with everybody. So if he doesn't get back to you right away, we'll see what we can do for you. I try and answer as fast as I can. Unfortunately, some of those days, I'm one of the 100 people Lewis is talking to because I have to message him and say, what's the price? Then I get back to you. But we definitely do what we can for you. So if you're in the U.S. and you want to take advantage of our new shipping, try us. See what we can do for you. Because I think we've set ourselves up fairly well here, I think. And I think we can do some good things there. And we are definitely we're excited for it. I'm excited to continue to help people find the fish they want and then, ship them that fish and celebrate on live streams, all these different things. And so I really do appreciate all who have I appreciate the support from everybody. Watching the videos, coming to the shop, talking about the shop, ordering from us. It's been a lot of fun going down this venture here. All right. Now, definitely, we've seen a lot of waterfront content. Fish room still going strong. I'm very excited to build the next fish room. That's definitely something I hope we can do. Is running out of space. We ran out of space fast. That's definitely for sure there. Sharon, hello. Thanks for being here. And Guppy Guru just jumped in the chat as well. And by all means, anybody too. Q&A, whatever you want it to be tonight, we're going to make it tonight. One of the things I definitely want to work on is bringing set topics to the table for our live streams. I know a lot of times it's me rambling, it's me ranting, it's pulling kind of random questions from the chat that maybe come from my rambling and rantings, but I would like to start bringing forth set topics. And it's sometimes it's hard to think of a topic that I can keep a conversation going for an hour, but it's also like interesting too that I can ramble and rant for an hour and be fun there too. Mr. Coy, hello. It is good to see me too. It absolutely is. Currently sitting on a plane. Well, that's quite an effort. That's quite a feat. That's cool. You're watching us sitting on a plane. Safe travels, my friend. Hope everything's going well. He's got a monster fish tank up there in Park City, Utah, I think is where you're at. That's definitely one we need to get up there and film too. He's got a lot going on in one massive tank, but I think we've tagged him with the breeding bug. He wants to get some things going. It's been fun to hear from a lot of you too on different ventures you're taking on, different things you want to start breeding, different fish rooms being set up. I'm excited to go check out Justin's fish room. He's kind of got a second story fish room going on. It was built very strategically, and there's some things in there that I want to showcase and show of how he did it, because he took a budget approach to it, but has had some really good success. So Justin's actually he's one of our guys we've actually bought some fish from for the shop and all that too. I'll be in this week to pick up some tanks. We're up in Midway. Midway? Okay. Also need to redesign my fish room this summer. Yeah, I keep I look at the back wall of my fish room and I think to myself, I could put a 6-foot rack right there and I could fill that in with like 440 breeders and then like a bunch of 20s. And I sit there and I'm like, that'd be amazing, right? Like we could do this. But then I think to myself, like, okay, hang on here. That means I would probably have to upsize my drain line. I would definitely have to rebuild my air line. And then have to rebuild, the drain line, like just the actual, I guess, water lines to the tanks. So then I kind of step back and I'm like, I just need to hold on to the next fish room to where we can build. Because the next fish room, I've already told Lewis this, is it's going to be like the three of us down in the fish room, like blank canvas, just like, okay, these are the size tanks we want because we're going to breed this fish, this fish, this fish. This is where the rack's going to go. And like, I've already, from this fish room build to the next fish room build, I've learned some things. 2-inch drain line, mandatory. Like 1.5 inch, 2-inch, that's what I'm using. Every tank will be drilled with either 3/4 bulkhead or 1-inch bulkhead. I haven't decided yet entirely there. All the air lines are going to be 1-inch PVC pipe, no 1/2 inch anymore. And then I want all the tanks drilled off a template. No longer am I going to be like, yeah, it looks good. No, I'm like, template. So you look at the tanks. If this rack is 40 breeders, they're all going to be drilled at the same height, the same place, and it's going to look good. I want the next fish room to really be a place where like you see it on camera or you see it in person even too, and it's just like, wow, like, okay, this is cool. Right now, like my fish room's fun. I really like what I have, but I really want the next one to be that much better. Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics coming in. Hello. Justin asks, here's a topic for later. What's breeding for you lately? Well, we can get into that tonight too if you want. Another fish room first. It's fun to have these fish room firsts on things that so many other people have bred, but I just haven't yet, right? So we had our albino bristlenose pair finally spawn for us. I saw the male fanning last night, did some investigating. We have a great clutch of albino bristlenose. So I'm going to let those hatch out, then we'll pull them from there. Very excited to see that going forward. Very excited to see that happening. The super red spawn's grown out great. The regular bristlenose has grown out great. I think, unfortunately, the kind of first spawn we had from the Angels didn't last well, but I learned some things from that. So I'm set up myself to really hopefully hatch out good hatch rates from the spawns of angelfish. Hoping the Angels are going to spawn again soon. I'm really, really hoping on the Rams and the Molody Crebensis. The Crebensis moved over to a 20 long, and it's just a pair in there. Just one pair and 120 long, more cave options. And the female has built up the substrate around every cave option. So I'm hoping that we're finally going to breed those. We've bred them twice. The first time we got eggs, they ate them. The second time we got wigglers, and they ate them. So I'm hoping the third time they figured it out now that they can actually raise the fry. I'm really looking forward to that. And then we got some other projects we're working there too. So the endlers are still going gangbusters. Those are booming like crazy. We did successfully breed the raspberry OB male to an OB female, and we had 4 successful fry from 15 eggs. So not the best odds, but we've started somewhere. So we got 4 fry out of 15 eggs. So now we know we've got some successful pairings. Really hoping to see more come out of there. The rice fish are actually going gangbuster. Really, really happy about that. I'm so happy I got rice fish going again. That's something I really want to play with in the next fish room again. Is I think I want to try and set up more like low tubs and just go gangbuster on the rice fish again. I miss having that many rice fish there again. So I have Trevor, I have some fry of the Cuyahoga Flamebacks. I actually no longer have a pair of the Cuyahoga Flameback, which we talked about, and that's a fish that we kind of regret getting rid of. So we're gonna snag ourselves another pair, probably put it at the shop at least just to have it. But yeah, I don't have a pair anymore. I do have the fry, so we're gonna definitely grow those out for sure though. We got here Misfit. Thank you so much for becoming a member again. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really do appreciate that very much there. Blake asked, how are the overall sales of the waterfront going? Didn't you say January was big? It's great. Wish I could visit locally. Yes, January was an excellent month for us. And it's Saturdays are crazy at the shop. Now, I definitely feel that Lewis has done a fantastic job. That I I joke with Lewis that I need to make sure that I'm not expendable, right? Like, because I remind myself, Lewis built that place by himself, right? He ran that shop. He's gone like an insane, like over 200 days of working 10 plus hour days, more like 16 plus hour days to get this thing off the ground and started. So I remind myself that I have to bring something to the table that is worth it, because he started this place without me. He doesn't need me. But now I'm trying to do things where it's like, no. You do need me, right? Like, I stopped at our wholesaler today, picked up some stuff. I went and did a shipment, but it's also, I just want to make sure I'm continually helping that business grow, but I also want to continually help Well-Don tanks grow, and I want to help people get excited about the hobby. But I will say that Lewis has done a phenomenal job we've started to see an increase. We've seen a great increase of repeat customers. What does that mean? We have somebody that came in a month ago, bought some fish from us. Now they're in the shop every week. I was there today. One gentleman came in. He actually comes in probably once, twice a week. And a lot of times he's there just to kind of hang out and chat with us. And he's definitely bought a lot of fish from us, but it's fun to get that interaction. And I consider that a repeat customer, where they will even just come back in and talk with us. Now, you're saying to yourself, like, well, you're losing money. Okay, in a way, yes, we are losing money. But at the same time, we're building relationships. And that's what I've seen to be very valuable at the waterfront, is Lewis has done such a phenomenal job at building relationships with individuals. So that's what I'm trying to do when I'm there. I had a gentleman tonight. I got in the shop and he told me, he's like, hey, I watched your video on the Amazon puffers, and we had some questions and we talked, and it was an awesome night. But then we've also seen a good increase of new customers. We've seen a great increase of people that come in the shop and they stay. Like, it's, I just found out you were here. Like, I had no idea you were here. So that means social media presence is building, right? We're pushing more out. People are starting to talk about us. And I think a lot of it too is, what was it? Last Saturday, one of the last times I was there working, right at close, a couple came in, went straight to the flower horns and picked out a flower horn because they had been told that we had a good selection of flower horns in. So we've seen some really good things there. But then Lewis has also been very, very smart in fish orders. I mean, I fortunately was able to work with another content creator, excellent fish keeper, who does some fish sales. We talked, we reached out to him, we talked. He went out and wild caught fish for us. He collected fish for us that are native to the US. And, we negotiated pricing and everything. So he went out, collected these fish for us, shipped them out to us. And now we're like the first store in Utah to have those. So it's things of we're working on building the relationships has built the business. So the business is going very well, but it's the drive from Lewis, who's in that driver's seat, taking us down this crazy road. And now I'm just in the back. I'm in the front seat, just waving, hey, everybody. But it's the relationships that we built that have really caused us to have fruition in what we're doing. Every day we're continually set forth new protocols. That sounds so fancy, but like, how are we better going to keep the fish we have in the shop? How are we better going to keep the shop? Things are progressing, and they're progressing very rapidly. And we're honestly enjoying the ride, and we're trying to make sure this is a long-term success instead of a very short, boom bust. We want constant success going on. So we've seen a great increase in things, and it's been a lot of fun. I know Carrie snuck in the chat here while we were talking there, going off about things. And then the Zach of the Red Dirt Slider. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Yep, I remember you planning taking throughs. We have chatted, my friend. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys, when you can catch the streams, and I appreciate the catch the replays. It means a lot to me that you still would give up your time to come listen to me ramble and ask questions, and hopefully we can have a good time there. I still wonder what happened to Guppy Guru and Barry Aquatics. So it's life. I know more than what I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Guppy Guru's still alive. He's here in the chat right now, or at least he popped in for a moment. He has life going on. He has some things he needed to attend to. Barry Aquatics has life that needed to attend to as well. And as much as I will say on the Barry Aquatics side, he literally had to shut down his physical location and move his business to more of an online portion because of the pandemic and what's happening in California. So he's been very busy with life. Guppy Guru has more personal matters going on that I'm not going to get into. So it's and somebody asked me a question the other day, actually, of they were looking at me and they're like, wait, so you're telling me you work a full-time job, you work overtime at said job, you get held over some nights at said job, you have a wife, you have a kid, you have a fish room, you have a YouTube channel, and you're now an owner of a shop. How do you have time for all of that? And I was like, I just make time, right? Like there's 24 hours in a day and I just make it work. My wife has been very supportive. My daughter's a sweetheart. Like today, spent some time with her and then I ran out to the shop, and she goes, bye, you go work. And it's the sweetest thing that I'm trying to teach her, that I'm not going to work because I don't want to spend time with you. I'm going to work so in the next year I can spend more time with you. And that's been fun. So I know just with what Barry Aquatics and both Guppy Guru have got going on right now, in life, some things take the back burner, and something like YouTube is one of those things that can take the back burner when it's not your main revenue income, right? So for me, I am trying to build it to where this is a source of income for me. I'm trying to build that. But I love the relationships I'm making. So that's why it is a priority for me, but family still comes first. So let's say that's where Barry Aquatics and Guppy Guru both landed, is family comes first. So you'll see him come back. I really do think you'll see him come back. Carrie says, I have to disagree with me. What? You don't have good flower horns. You have great flower horns. I'm trying hard not to look at them. Well, Carrie, I must say, you have fantastic taste in flower horns. Archie's awesome. If you guys haven't checked out the video I did where we road tripped to Reno to deliver an Oscar, Carrie's dream fish, to her, I think it was a fun video. I think it was a fantastic video. Then we kind of get a beautiful overshot of Carrie's tanks. Very tastefully done, if I may say. Very tastefully done. Very well put together. It was a lot of fun to be there, talk with that. So Carrie, what it sounds like you need to do, you need to talk the husband into letting you set up another flower horn tank, and then we can get you another one sent out there. I don't know. I'm itching for another. You even set it up earlier in the chat. My wife is itching for a road trip. So yeah, the flower horns are a lot of fun. And the new shipment that just came in, oh my gosh. You guys thought the first round was good. This round was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Carrie, I'm curious too. How is Walther? How is Walther doing? Your Oscar? You haven't said he's had negative, so hopefully we're going to take no news as good news. But I agree with Blake. I'm curious how he's doing. Laura Sutton come in. Hello, thanks for being here. I know Chubbs Aquatics came in. Good to see you. All right, agreed. Flower horn for Carrie. Flower horns for everybody. We got enough in the shop right now. I think we're sitting at like 10, 12. Yeah, awesome. Lewis did a great job of tracking down a supplier for them. And then I know we had some fish landing Friday night that Walter is great. Good to hear. Makes me so happy. Blake, just saying, I've got a flower horn that I can literally get your name written on that tank right now. You just say the word, my friend. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, we got some fish landing Friday night, and this one could be a good one. This one could be an amazing fish unboxing. So I've talked with Lewis. We're discussing if we want to do an unboxing for it. He wants me to. I want to. We're just seeing if the time frame is going to work out there. But it's I think my last unboxing video was a lot of fun. I had so much fun filming that one. And I now want to do, I have another idea I want to do for an unboxing. And don't get me wrong, right? Like the number one reason we film unboxings is to show you what came into the store. But it's, you go watch every unboxing on every company and it's, yeah, we got this fish. This is amazing. But it's, I enjoy them because the ones that I think are done right is when they kind of talk about maybe what this fish needs, why we like this fish. You know, it's like just a real quick snippet of this is what this fish is about. And then if you want to learn more about it, we can go learn more about it. But it's also, or I learn about new fish species I've never even seen before. But I have another idea I want to do because I also know that the fish unboxings can kind of be dry, I think, where I want to make it fun again. I have a different idea I want to play with. The editing on it is going to be nuts. Like the editing on it's going to take a long time again, but it's so worth it when everyone's reaction in the comments to the last unboxing video was so worth the time that went into that. So worth the time that went into that. It was so much fun watching that there. Let's see. Texas Manzanita. It's not Houston Manzanita, is it? So Lara, if you're looking for, if it's Houston Manzanita you're talking about, I'm gonna drop a code for you. So if you're gonna order from Houston Manzanita, you can use the code Wel-Don 20, and that gives you 20% off your entire order. So I haven't honestly talked about Houston Manzanita in a while, but Houston Manzanita is still a company I will absolutely direct people to for hard good material, because I honestly think that they have some of the best selection, best pricing. Adam's a great guy, and he was kind enough to give my viewers a discount code for 20% off your entire order. You know, and sometimes it's that 20% like makes you pull the trigger, right? Support a local business. And I do know that on the during the day, I think Adam's a teacher. So it's really fun to watch him interact with his customers. He does a great job at showcasing customer tanks and different things. So 100% check him out. I'm pretty sure he's in the, I'm going to say town, city is Trevor, I think is. So it's well worth checking him out. Absolutely worth checking him out there. All right. What else we got going on? What's like going on in my head? What am I thinking about? We talked about shipping. So yeah, we're open to shipping now. So if you're looking for something, definitely let me know. I'm trying to think what else we I got going on here lately. All right. So there's something I want to. So really quick, I want to showcase another channel just real quick here. And the reason is that, so when I started YouTube, you know, everyone kind of thinks you're going to do it for like a month and then burn out from it, right? So my brother actually has been he's very, very smart on finance, business. He's a great entrepreneur that's making a great name for himself. And he has been one of my all-time best supporters, where he low-key supports me, like down low supports me, watches everything I do. And then like I see him on some Sundays at family dinner, right? Or he'll text me and he's like asking questions about how I set this up and how I did this. And so he started a YouTube channel. I didn't know about it. So let me kind of run this here. All right, we're going to share screen, and hopefully I don't break it again. It's definitely something I've been prone to do. We're going to go Chrome tab. Okay. I don't think this is showing anything I shouldn't be showing. So yeah, so we are, there we go. Okay. So I want to show you here that Garrett is his name. So Garrett Wel-Don is my brother, one of my brothers. He started a YouTube channel really based around finances. He's very smart with all of that. So if finances is something that, let's say, interests you or you suck at and you just need some help on some things, Garrett Wel-Don, it's here with the I don't want to insult the other Garrett Weldon, but not the emo one, definitely the ravishing, good-looking smile there of the Weldon clan. But Garrett Weldon, he's a great guy. He has been one of my ultimate. I'm not subscribed to him. Shame on me. How dare I? There. Remedied. Yeah. If you want to check him out, if nothing else, like it would be fun to boost him to 100 subscribers just to see his reaction to it. Because one of his comments to me was, now that he's been doing YouTube, he's like, I understand how long it can actually take to have things happen. Because I'm very, very fortunate that we are closing in on 3,000 subscribers. And that's because of all you guys. That's because I did something that caught your attention, but you still give me the time of day to come hang out in a live stream, watch the content, just be very supportive to me. And I really appreciate that, to where it is humbling watching all of you, 20 people watching, 20 people hanging out here on a Wednesday night because I messed up Monday night. So it's fun. It's definitely fun. So if you feel like going and showing them some love, feel free to do so. If not, no hard feelings either. All right, what we got going on here now? Okay. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I absolutely do my best here to keep up with everybody, answer your questions, give some insights, kind of what we got going on. But so things for Well-Don tanks, we're good. We're building some things out. Done. Thank you. That's cool. Even my wife is starting to kind of watching his stuff, and she's right. He does have some fun side hustles that he puts together. That's for sure. He definitely does put some fun side hustles together there. But even if it's like, all right, let's be honest here. I've seen channels where people will give, I think, a credited shout out, like a plug, like, hey, go check this person out. They get to do some great stuff. And I've even gone over to where it's like, okay, like, yeah, I've watched like 1 or 2 videos and like, cool, I'll subscribe to you, but I'm never going to watch your stuff again. I've been there, done that. So even if that's what this is, that's okay. Let's say no hard feelings. He has put, it's not his front focus on what he's doing, but he still put some amazing time into it. And I'm not gonna lie, his quality is actually pretty good there for what he's got going on there. Yeah, the Weldon family coming at you with financing, cooking, home projects, all the way to the fish hobby. Dang straight we are. So yeah, I guess that is bad of me that the 2 channels I plugged tonight was my wife's channel and my brother's channel. I need to go find somebody else's channel. Okay. You know what? I got one for you. He's not in the chat tonight, but I will say, though, I just watched a new video, and I'm excited for this, actually. They're very – occasionally, I will like stumble across a channel or something to where I'm like, I'm excited for this. So you've seen him in chat before. You've probably heard about him. We are going to I want to show you Because You're Fish. So Seth, I was able to go down. I did a full tour of his setup a couple months ago on what he's got going on right now. So he's got a good little setup. Because You're Fish, Seth is a great guy, really good guy. And he's venturing down the rabbit hole of attempting to breed Shodanite puffers. He's also got some other fun stuff breeding down there. But his latest video is actually got me like really excited for what he's working on. He had a spare bedroom in his house, and that's his latest video, right? It's a spare bedroom destined to be a fish room. And in the video, he's talking about how him and his brother, they pulled up the carpet in the room. You know, he was concerned that he was going to have to do some foundation work, potentially put a floor drain in. Lo and behold, pulled up the carpet. There was a floor drain in that room already that was covered by the carpet. And was able to tap in some water lines to that room. He's got like a shelving system in the closet. He's thinking about doing like a bed of barracks in. So it's watching it. I was like, man, I'm excited for this because now I get to see him build his fish room. And that gives me ideas for my next fish room. So if you haven't checked him out, I recommend you do so. He's definitely fun. He's fun. He's a really good guy, and his projects are fun. So I think he's got a good avenue going on. Yeah, I don't know. Check him out. All right, back to the chat. I'm leaving it hanging. We got here. Skippity Skeep Skeep. Thank you, my friend, for becoming a member. I thank you. Thank you so much for doing that. I hope it's worth your time. I try to make it worth the members' time, but I promise you, if you're not a member, you're not missing out on anything. Sometimes the members just get the random like updates, but I appreciate you. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Definitely appreciate that. What's your dream breeding project outside of puffers? Oh, that's a hard one, because you knew I was probably going to say the Shodan puffer, because that's like a bucket list project for everybody now. Dream breeding project. Okay, you know what? I have one, and Lewis thinks I'm crazy for it, because I am crazy for it. I stumbled across the video a year ago, and it's out there. I don't know if I could find it again. I think it was on like Instagram or something. I couldn't even tell you the pleco. So this is based around a pleco. But this pleco, I kid you not, was easily 12 plus inches. Just a big, bad mamma jamma. They lifted a cave, or like they pulled the cave up. Big old pleco swims out. What a big old pleco, right? Well, then they turned the cave up, and a clump of eggs. I need something for size reference here. So this is my camera lens. If you can imagine a clump of eggs this diameter, but then taller than this, was just mesmerizing that they pulled out this massive clump of eggs. So I started talking. I talked to Lewis. I kind of occasionally bring this up, and I was like, man, wouldn't it be awesome if we could find like a breeding pair of red Titanics, or red cactus, or the red cactus pleco, or like the blue eye pinoc, where they're this big, and the caves are this big, and you're pulling egg clumps this big, and your egg tumbler is a 5-gallon bucket, because that's like the space you need to tumble these eggs. And so that is now, I think that's one of my dream breeding projects, is to literally, like the Dovai, if we get the Dovai to breed, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be scary, but so awesome. But can you imagine pulling like a cave this big and a pleco that big? Oh, that would be so cool to see. Now, it's going to be incredibly difficult to get there. Because one, even if we can find red cactus plecos now, right, we can get them maybe like 4 or 5 inches. So to grow them out to this side, that takes years. So then let's say you actually find a breeding pair that's big enough, sexually mature to do it. It's going to be thousands of dollars most likely. But that is absolutely, that's how I'm going to answer that there, Justin. Today. That's my dream breeding project. Just to see that big of a pleco breed would be so cool, because then to raise that fry and then offer it at the waterfront would just be so cool to say, like, yeah, we bred those, and have people be like, what? And then you show them the video of pulling the eggs and just watch their eyes go like, that would be so much fun. It'd be so freaking cool to see there. Atkins Nature Aquarium sneaking in. Hello. I thank you so much for being here. Yeah, Blake, because your fish is he's a good guy. He's definitely a good guy. I offered, if he ever needed an extra hand, to go down there and help, and like secretly, I'm like, yes, please. I will follow every instruction you give me. I will have no opinion on how anything's built. I just want to go see this come to fruition. I'm so excited for it. So that's how good of a guy he is I'm excited for his fish room build. I think Trevor's working on a fish room now, or he's talking about some rack setups. So it's exciting to see what comes with that. And then what's really exciting is then you get to watch people's progression further into the hobby of, the ups and downs of fish keeping, the failures, the successes. What makes the successes that much worth much more is the failure. It's all that kind of a thing. It's fun to be able to take part of that with individuals. What are my expectations 6 months into the waterfront raised? All right, where are we at here? So 6 months in, I guess we can technically count. So let's say from January, was that to June? Well, the easy answer is going to be the next fish room built, but it's not going to be there. It's not going to be there yet. So 6 months in, 6 months in, I would like to be able to offer at least 5 different species that are decent size at the waterfront. That's my goal, is whether that's angel, like we already got more than Egyptian mouth brooders growing, right? But it's 5 species in the shop at one time on like a continuous revolution or a revolt. How do I say that? So let's say it's like mouth brooders, blue acara, angelfish, rams, potentially like even like super red plecos, to be able to have in 6 months, to be able to be, we have quarter size angelfish on the sales floor. We sell out. In that time frame, I have either raised up the next batch to a quarter size to be able to replace on the sales floor, or we have then bred another batch. So it's rotation, a healthy rotation of 5 species to where we sell out, I have more. We sell out, I have more. That's what I want. That's my expectation's hard. That's my hope. That's my absolute hope, is because that's what I was brought on to do. And that's really like now that I'm late, laying in bed at night, you're like, oh, let's ponder the universe. Like my mind keeps going back to and this is going to come across arrogant. I really want to be known as a great fish breeder, even if I'm never given the title, or I shouldn't say title of master breeder. I really want to be known as a great fish breeder. And then on top of that, I want people to know that I am willing to share my knowledge and experience, because that's what's been so amazing here is now being an owner of the waterfront, is the connections I've made through Lewis, talking to people. Like somebody, I'm pretty sure I know who it was. And I don't know if Lewis even asked for it, but like they sent him an 8-day, 10-day step-by-step how to successfully spawn rams. Like once you have eggs, to hatching those eggs, to successful fry raising. And I saved all of it. And I told Lewis, like, this is the Bible of ram spawning. And it's that interaction with people that I want to be known for in 5, 10, 15 years is, no, go check out Well-Don Tanks. That dude, he's breeding red cactus plecos that are 18 inches big. He's got to wear metal gloves, taking them out of the tank because they're so freaking big. He's lost the tip of a finger to a doveye pulling fry. I want that experience to be able to share with others. So with 6 months into this, I have set that expectation to myself to have 5 species rotating through the shop, and to be able to successfully tell people that, yeah, it's not the pompous, I bred these. No, it's, yeah, we bred these here. Here's what we found with these. I would recommend buying 6 now, raise them up, get your own spawning pair. You go enjoy these. These Egyptian mouth brooders, I noticed this, and this. I think you'll have a great time with these species. It's the enjoyment of people buy that fish. That's what's so exciting about shipping these fish out, is that enjoyment they now receive from that. So my expectation 6 months in is to be able to offer that many species. And then hopefully, like, we've all heard of Dean's Fish Room, right? Like that's, of Dean's Fish Room. And I'm not saying like, I want people to know like, oh, like Well-Don Tanks, like what? Like the waterfront raised? You got your fish from the waterfront raised? Oh, that means you got like the best L199 yellow zebra plecos. Like your zebra plecos were bred in full tap water. What? Like the discus we brought home. Oops. Was I not supposed to say that yet? Members got it. Friday's video coming out. New fish we just brought home. I'm very excited to work with these fish now. after Lewis kind of nudge, poked me in the right direction of what we want to do with them, what we want to accomplish with these fish. So we've definitely, I hope that makes sense on my expectations I want to see there. But Laura Sutton, thank you. Thank you so much. That's so generous of you. So kind of you. You are giving me the bow of thank you from your $9.99 super chat. But Laura, my friend, I'm going to bow back and say thank you so much for that as well. That your investment into Wel-Don tanks, I will do my best to make sure it does not go wasted. It will get invested back into this to where we can continue building on top of this. We've I've talked with my wife. We've now that she's getting involved in YouTube. This is really part of my business now. The fish room is like a business now, that kind of a thing. We've talked through some investments we want to make into some new equipment for the channel. And Lewis has brought up some ideas on things we want to do with the channel. For example, I don't think it's going to give away too much. When we build the next fish room, I want to film all of it, right? I want to film the step-by-step and show you how to do these things. But then he came up with the idea of, he goes, film all that, make your content, your videos, right? Educational, fun, exciting. He's like, but why not film an entire documentary of it throughout the entire process? He's like, make like an hour-long documentary about building the fish room, take weeks to edit it to where it's crisp, it's polished, but include like raw emotional clips of, hey, it's 2:30 in the morning and we're still moving fish. Like he's like, I've never seen that done. He's like, yeah, you see the content videos of I built a fish room, right? I did that. You go into my channel and you can see the progression of the fish room, but then to have like a full documentary where it's not 10 minutes of, this is how we're hanging airline. This is how we're doing drain lines. This is why I chose this rack. But the documentary of, we just cracked our 5th tank drilling these and we can't get more, of the excitement, we just pulled the carpet up in the basement and found the foundations. I hope that doesn't happen, but there were emotional. One of the hardest video I think I made in a while was when I talked about why we didn't keep the 220 in the fish room, why we sold the Maboo puffer. Now you do a full 360 and we're back to trying to source a large tank for the next area, for the next house, the next fish room to bring the Maboo puffer home. That's a goal of mine, but that video was very difficult to make on that, right? But that was more of this is a video for the true fans. This isn't a video for everybody's going to watch and go like, what is this guy talking about? But for the people that were there every day, every step by step, they, in my opinion, deserved that. Now, what I'm trying to say, deserve that intimate conversation of this is why we did it. So to have a documentary built around purchasing a house, why we purchased this house, what's this area for, what are we going to use this area for? The late night discussions of it's 3 a.m. and me, Lewis, and Peter are still down there with pens and papers and sketching and taping and saying, this is where the 125 for the Dovai are going to go. This is where we're going to put a rack of 20s for live bears. And this is where we're going to put, a rack of 30 gallons for pleco breeding. And, we need somewhere to start the fry grow. Okay, we're going to build that over here. And how are we going to run air system? How many pumps do we need? What's the water looking like? Like all these things that we want to build upon to have content videos are going to be great. And I hope to be able to film them and make them exciting and interactive and educational and fun to watch. But then I really think if you haven't, and granted, my quality will probably never match that of Peter McKinnon. But if you've never watched Peter McKinnon, I recommend you do so. And if you kind of want to know the idea in my brain of what I would like to see it like, I guess that documentary, go watch Peter McKinnon. Oh, maybe let's drop a link here. I think it's called The Mountains Won't Remember Me. It was such a phenomenal, we'll call it a documentary, because The Mountains Won't Remember Me and The Bucket Shot by Peter McKinnon are what I would like. I would like to see the documentary I want to film for the fish room. The idea Lewis gave me, that's how I want to see it like play out. Is I built the fish room. My friends helped me. My dad helped me. My brothers helped me. My family helped me. Like Jordan's down here drilling tanks with that. Like all these things is what I would really like to see. What it would do. What we want to do there. So that's got a lot of things hopefully coming up in the future. We want to do some good things there with. Crown to the Half Moon. Hello. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you here. The waterfront is home away from home. It is. It is. I say that the hashtag bring the Maboo home, bring Sarge home. It definitely is a home away from home. He's a character there. He's a ham. It's fun watching people come in and interact with him, and we get to talk to him about it. It's been a great teaching tool, but I've also I didn't realize how emotionally attached to that fish I was, which is odd, right? But yes, I'm very emotionally attached there. But yeah, the waterfront is absolutely home for my home. And I'm very, looking back, I am so glad that somebody like Lewis bought him and not somebody that would never be able to reclaim that fish from. I really am very happy about that and what we can do there. I need advice on treating calamaris worms. Please advise it's on guppies and bettas. I have personally never treated that. I know. Oh, what's the medication? Let's see. Okay. So here is what my best advice to you, Crowntail, is. I am going to drop a link here to a website. And you are going to want, is it Lamisol? And the medication that I am going to recommend. Now, I have personally never used this. Even Priscilla MK beat me to it. Look at having dinner. Well, thank you. So Priscilla MK is telling you levamisole. That's what I'm going to tell you as well. That is what I would recommend treating the calamaris worms with. Fortunately, I've never run into this. But from what I've read, what I've watched, what I've seen is levamisole is the medication you are going to need to treat this with. And Select Aquatics, I believe, is a website that you can get it from. And I also believe that he sells a measuring spoon with that to hopefully work there. See, I believe calamaris is the same thing as worms. It's calamaris worms, or maybe it's anchorworm I'm thinking of. Either way, the calamaris part of it is going to be levamisole. You're going to want levamisole to treat that out there. And after you get that taken care of, you may want to go back through with the erythromycin to knock off any kind of bacterial infection. But yeah, I would recommend levamisole. Now, that recommendation comes from research I've done, but having never treated it myself. So that's just my disclaimer there is if you try this and all your fish die, I'm very sorry to hear that. But again, research, I may have just lost my stream. I'll be back. Hopefully we're back. Why are we cutting out? Come on. Ugh, we're losing. Quality just tanked. Quality just tanked hard. Man, we're pulling some things. We're pulling some bandwidth from the internet for sure here. That's another big thing I'm really looking forward to on our next house is we really want to look into a solid internet connection. we really want to definitely upgrade that for things like this. I want a good quality stream. I really do want a good quality stream to make sure that happens there. Okay, so Priscilla has some good information here. So there's different types of Calomar, at least 3 I know of. Flutamazole doesn't work either. Fenbendazole or Furon will work. Okay, so Fritz Excel P is a brand name of Levamisole. Fritz Excel P is a brand name of brand of Levamisole. Okay, so it sounds like, because I know, isn't the Expel P also stating that it'll take care of Hydra? I think, not sure. So hopefully, Crown Tail, hopefully we gave you some good advice there, and hopefully and this is what's so good about these streams is, if I can't answer directly, there's always definitely somebody smarter there that can absolutely answer it for me. Carlin Bennis, hello. Thanks for showing up here. If you guys have not followed her on Instagram, I believe it's Black Label Carling. Black Label Carling? Is that what you're under? Hang on here. It's been Black Label Betas. I'm sorry. It's been sorry, I gotta respond to this. It's been fun watching her posts of the tanks she services. It's been a lot of fun there. Okay. Where are we at? So I think we finished up with that thought. So Crown Tail, hopefully that's the information you need. Good luck. Definitely keep us updated how that goes out there. We'll do what we can. I'll do what I can to support you there. Hopefully your fish pull through. I say that is another thing that I really want to implement even further in the next fish room, is if I have the space, I want to set up like a small-ish area where it's only quarantine. And I really want to go to the extreme of getting the plastic like doorway or something where it's like plastic draped around it, its own heating system, its own ventilation, something to where it's a black label betas. There we go. Yeah, so Black Label Betas. It's fun to see her post, and yes, definitely want to see her post. But I want a good quarantine area where every fish coming in is going to land in that first, because we're going to have so many species in the next fish room. I do not want something coming in and wiping out the entire fish room. Right? That's one thing I really want to up my game on, is better equipment care, cleaning nets, cleaning siphon hoses, cleaning everything to where it stays a positive, environment for these fish. And I never want something to come through and crash and burn all my fish. That'd be absolutely and just terrible to see happen. But all right. We got a few more. We're going to go for a few more minutes. I know I talked like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, but I got some things. It is bedtime for the kid. We're getting closer to that. So if anybody has any final questions you want to throw out, anything on your mind, what you want to talk about, what you want to do here, we can dig into a little more right now. We can do those wardrobe square bag things, if you know what I mean. No idea what you mean. Wardrobe square bags? I don't know what you mean, but it sounds like my wife already has a great. Maybe there's an idea for her channel. She can teach somebody how to build a fish room quarantine system. But yes, so I know tonight was not the standard night for live streaming. We'll be back Monday. As you can see, I definitely got all the technology figured out. So if you catch the replay from this one, thank you so much. I really appreciate the guys that catch the replay. We'll be back. We'll be back Monday on our designated time. Got a new video coming out Friday. I dropped a hint in it accidentally on this one. The members know what I'm talking about. If you caught it, you caught it. If you didn't, you'll see it Friday. It's gonna be fun there. My flower horn is fantastic. The little punk. I call him a punk. Let me see if I can show you. He's more in like a 20-gallon cube. He's not in a 90 cube. Let me see if I can show you here. So this is the tank he's in. So this was originally the saltwater tank we had set up here. I like the saltwater. It's fun. It just wasn't as fun to me as like freshwater is. So we brought home a flower horn in this. He's growing. He's doing great. His head growth is getting phenomenal. His colors are coming in really well. He's getting his double chin, which is awesome. But I'm going to post an Instagram video of it. But if you can tell up on the lid, so this is the same top lid that I did a video review on. If you still want to if you want to order some of these, top lids is still a fantastic lid. But there's a feeding port that I have. And he knows where I feed him from. And right now it's off-centered. During the stream, he's actually been bumping it and knocking it off. So the little booger, he knows when he gets fed, and he'll run up and bump it. So he's a fun fish. It's very fun to have him here in the fish room here in the studio, working with him there. Yeah, everybody needs a flower horn. They are way too much fun to not have. A tuxedo bag, maybe. I think. All right, it's coming to my mind. I think what we got going on here. Justin, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Appreciate it, my man. I will text you back, Justin. I got your text. It came in right as I was scrambling to set everything up here. So I'll definitely make sure I answer your text back here, sir. I had a couple hundred electric blue rams with calamares. Ooh, that's hard. Quarantine them in a separate tank and treated with copper. Definitely works, but copper can be tricking. Yeah, copper definitely can be tricking. That is true. I know copper is a very used medication on the saltwater side of things, but it definitely can be a tricky one. What Excalibur foods are you selling at the waterfront? We have all of the foods from the Excalibur line. So there's the 4 of them. I have 2 of them here. So the main one that my guy Boba Fett gets fed is just the original Excalibur food. So the ultimate flower horn foods. This is kind of their. You take the 3 others and mash it into one. This is what this is. So it's all around blend, just a really good food for him. This is what I've been feeding him. And then Lewis, thanks for hanging out. And then we have the intense red, where the main thing is like it's high amounts of krill and astaxanthin. I can't pronounce it. Very good for like the super red dragons. It's going to really pull out the colors in them. And then you move into the Mass Effect. So if you want really good head growth, very high in proteins. And then from there, it's the Diamond Dust, which I think a lot of people like for the King Confa flower horns because it pulls out the pearling in them. So original food, just all very good food for any flower, like umbrellas, everything. Intense red, really good for like the super red dragons, pull out the really red coloring in them. Diamond Dust for the King Confas, pull out the pearling. And then the Mass Effect, if you want a really good head growth on all the flower horns. So that's what we have in stock. And I know Trevor's bought some from us. We've shipped some out to him. So hey, Excalibur, as long as I have a flower horn, which I want a flower horn now, as long as I'm in the fish, I will always be feeding the Excalibur to him. I've started to feed some of the extreme pellets just kind of just because, but we only feed the Excalibur at the shop, and we've talked with some people here in Utah that are very avid flower horn keepers of this is the only food they feed theirs as well. So Anthony's Fishy Friends saw a super interesting stream today about fish color. Some mind-blowing info that makes me look at fish differently. I'd be curious to see what you watched. I know Primetime Aquatics has done some really good talk about fish coloration, different things there. So I agree with you, Anthony. It's fun when you find something like that makes you think, like look differently. And that's one of the projects I'm hoping, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, is I've showed this before. my studio is an absolute mess. Lighting. I've paid attention to some things. I kind of had done my own, I don't want to call it like a study, just observation of different fish rooms and different fish behaviors. I kind of did my own random testing in my own fish room, kind of lighting and that nature. So I agree with you. After seeing some things based around lighting, I want to try something new in the fish room because I now have a different look on lighting that I want to try. No idea if it's going to change anything, but if nothing else, it's a fun project to try. But I know there are 40 bucks at Walmart. If you type that in, zip up wardrobe, you will see it. There are plastic ones that can go over shelving. Sounds cool. That definitely sounds cool. Stephen the biologist. Let's see. Live stream had a doctor on there discussing pigments. This sounds cool. Oh, Pat's Fish Tanks. Oh, Pat's Fish Tanks had a guest. Cool. I'll go check it out. Well, the kiddos need a bath. That's where I'm at too, Priscilla. I know my daughter is ready for bed. She's been it was a go day. Definitely a go day. I slept in a little bit this morning. We had a very late shift last night. Did not expect. Me and my wife were out doing some errands, different things. We are back, so we are going to work on trying to get my Bolivian rams to breed right now. Could I possibly get that ram Bible from you? I can message it to you, and if there's any information in there you want to pull from for the Bolivians, go for it. I know it was mainly built around German blue rams and black rams, but yeah, I'm sure there's some information there that can cross over to Bolivians. So any final questions, throw them in. We are definitely on the wind down here. I've got to go help my wife get my kid put out in bed, and then it's going to be a wrestling match of who gets to edit their video first tonight. No, kidding. So I think my wife is going to have a video coming out tomorrow. I'm going to check her out. We'll have a new video out Friday. We're going to be discussing a new breeding project. I think that's the one I'm going to put out for Friday. Hopefully, we'll be filming an awesome unboxing Friday. Working with Justin to get his fish room filmed. So I got things in the works. Definitely want to get things going here. I got some projects in the fish room I want to get done. I want to film, test some things. So I'm going to say it again, guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. It has been so worthwhile being an owner of the waterfront, but it's also been a lot of fun still being my own name of Well-Done Tanks and working with that. So we are on our way to 3,000. 15 more days and I am 30. I would still really like to see if we can't push us up to 3,000 by the time I'm 30. I think it'll just be it's kind of a fun milestone that's in my head right now. So we are about 170 subscribers away. So if you feel like it, if you want to share this out, put it out there, let's bump us up to 3,000. But guys, thank you so much. Thank you for all the support. It's been so much fun working with this. And I hope to continue to bring you valuable content, enjoyable content, and good things from the waterfront. So if you're after some food, if you're after some dry goods, if you're after some good fish, flower horns in particular, absolutely reach out to one of us. We can help you out, get you set up there. But all of you beautiful people, thanks for hanging out tonight. Enjoy your nights. Wherever you got going on, stay safe, and we'll definitely see you guys Friday with a new video, and we will come back with a new live stream on Monday. Love you all. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you in the next one.